The next generation of our E-Series wall ovens delivers the precise and elevated cooking experience you expect from Wolf in a slick design that pairs seamlessly with the rest of our lineup.
Our products have seen, a continual evolution over years across multiple different product lines. So previously, we were able to basically gather, we'll call it 50 discrete data points across the surface of the food. And now with our new system, we're able to take a full image analysis of the food that we're producing, and we get over 1 million data points. So that data, when we compile it all together, gives us an understanding of, is the center of our oven the same as the bottom and the top? And how can we ensure that that is true so that people aren't having to rotate pans? Our gourmet modes are based on the foundation of all of our high-performing base cooking modes. Whether you are a seasoned veteran, a professional chef, or somebody who can truly almost burn water when trying to boil it on the stove, gourmet has a place in your world or in your cooking repertoire. That removal of the fear of failure in the kitchen, I think, is something that is crucial to what is like part of the DNA of what makes Wolf the best appliance manufacturer.
My name is Daniel Sage, and we've owned an E-Series oven for about 5 years. The first thing that I noticed about the new oven is the touchscreen interface. It definitely made things a lot easier to be able to control the timer and also just some of the more complex aspects. One of the things that surprised me about this oven was the fact that it had the gourmet, because there are certain times where when I'm cooking a dish, I don't know exactly where to place the rack. So having the gourmet option assist me and tell me like what mode to choose as well as where to place it has been super helpful. The window size of the oven was a little bit bigger and easier to see through, and the light inside the oven was brighter, so it allowed me to see what was going on without having to open up the door of the oven. The oven does seem to perform a little quicker. Let's say we're roasting vegetables. The recipe will say something like heat the oven to 425 and roast for 40 minutes. And if I use the convection roast setting and set it at 400 like the gourmet mode recommends, I can usually roast the vegetables in 20 to 25 minutes. The surprising benefit of the gourmet mode was the fact that I find myself learning a lot about how to use the different modes in ways that I never thought about before. Yes, I definitely would recommend the E-Series oven to anyone who loves cooking. It cooks much faster and more evenly than any other oven that I've ever owned.
All right, so now we're gonna make a recipe right out of the new E-Series Tips and Technique book. One of the most intriguing and certainly one of the favorite settings for our customers are the gourmet settings on the E-Series oven, because it really takes guesswork out of the kitchen. You tell it that you want to roast a chicken or a turkey or make a pizza or some fish or something like that, and it doesn't just do it, it actually tells you how the oven is working. And that way you learn how to use the oven. And so to be able just to go to your oven and say, I'm cooking this big beef roast, here's how I want it finished, tell me what to do. And it does, it tells you where to put what rack to put the meat on, it tells you where to put the temperature probe, it tells you to rest it afterwards and for how long. One of the reasons that this cooks quickly is the dual convection system that we have in the E-Series oven. So by putting 2 convection fans, dual convection, we end up with such even cooking, such precise cooking, and things cook faster and browned beautifully, and that's what we're gonna see here. So you can see that the corners are nicely squared off in the oven. It really pairs with the rest of our appliances perfectly now. And you come to see the whole control panel has changed from the previous E-Series oven as well. So it's a combination of using this touch screen here in the middle and the analog buttons that are on either side of that. The touchscreen is also going to be helpful when it comes to the connectivity of the oven. Because with the new E-Series oven, you can connect to the user app and you can follow along what's going on in your oven. Thank you for joining me. We're going to bring in Chef Joel Chesbro now, who's going to take you through the next products in our 2021 showcase from our headquarters in Madison, Wisconsin.